Hello, I'm John Graves. This presentation follows on the Corona demo from the San Francisco Android meetup a month ago, and it's intended for the Auckland Androids meetup here at the 1st of November. Corona is a multi-platform development tool. It's been around since 2008, and there's plenty of resources online to introduce the product to you, but I'll take you through the introductory how-to. Once you've downloaded and installed the Corona Game Edition, you'll find a folder under Applications that includes a Corona simulator. If we double-click on that, the Corona Game Edition will open, and it's easy to go to the Getting Started guide for a tutorial to get started with Corona. A section of the guide explains how the text editor you use will be creating a main.lua file. I'm going to use Text Wrangler in this demo. And the next thing I'll take you through is Corona in 5 minutes. So the first thing we'll do is insert the line print hello world and save the file. We'll use a directory here called Corona Demo. Everything that Corona needs to work needs to reside in this same folder, and as the instruction says, we'll call this main.lua. Our next step is to launch the Corona terminal. Notice it opens a terminal window and the Corona Game Edition dialog where we can select the folder containing the main Lua file, Corona Demo. Notice a iPhone simulator has opened, but no print statement has occurred here. The print statement occurs in the terminal window. This allows print statements to be used for debugging since the terminal isn't displayed on the device. Let's look at the choices we have for devices here. In the simulator, under the Window View As, we can switch from iPhone to Android, or even iPad, Nexus 1, or MyTouch. Back in our code, let's see if we can put some text on the screen. These next two lines declare a local text object, and within the display library, use the new text function with parameters of hello world as a string, x and y coordinates, and a font size. Then we'll use the property setting colon to give that text object a text color of white. When we save this copy of main.lua and switch to our simulator, we can just Command R or relaunch, and now we've got text on the simulated Android screen. Just to review the Lua syntax conventions here again, a single dot allows you to access a function within a library, while a colon allows you to access the object. These next three lines create another object within the display, a local button. Again, we're using the new image function to pick up a button.png image file for the display. The button object then will have an x and y coordinate, where the x is determined by half the content width, and the y is 50 pixels up from the bottom, because the height of the display is measured in pixels from the top. Again, saving. and relaunching, what we get is a simulator with no button, because the button file needs to be placed in the Corona demo folder. The error is also viewable on the terminal. Failed to find image, button PNG. So of course if we go back and read the directions, it says files for the tutorial are available here, called Hello World Tutorial Zip. Download that, and you get this folder with a button PNG file, which we'll place in our Corona demo folder and relaunch. This gives us a button. To understand this next block of code, which makes the button interactive, it may be helpful to look at some of the developer documentation. There's a developer.anscamobile.com content events and listeners page, and on that page a description of touch events. The button gets a touch event associated with it through this function definition. What we'll do here is make a local red, green, and blue variable, take a random value between 0 and 2 and 55 out of the math library, and then addressing our text object with the set color, give it a new color. Now to make that button listen for the touch event, we use add event listener with a colon, addressing the touch event. The button here is the scope of this listener. The button here is the object. And that code now gives us a button which causes Hello World to change to random colors. That's all for now.